So let's get started with the frequency report. So the frequency report helps you understand how often users return to your app within a specific time frame. So for example, you might want to understand, okay, out of users that made a purchase in the last 30 days, how many users made purchased on 2 days in a week, 3 days in a week, and so on. So you're gonna go here, choose change from retention to frequency. Let's say we're gonna use a song called purchase. So we want to know, okay, in the last 30 days on a weekly level, what percentage of our users that purchased a song in minimum 2 days a week. So that's 9.42 users. Okay, we had 1% of users that did at least 3 days in a week. And you could change from cumulative to non-cumulative. Now how exactly does that differ, will come to that, right? Okay, so a frequency report mainly has 5 parts. So the metric is where you can just choose the event to analyze your frequency, right? The second part is grouping. Now grouping is, you actually have 3 options for grouping user actions when analyzing frequency within a period. So you have hours in a day, days in a week, and days in a month, right? So let's say we look at this 3 months. We can be like, okay, I want to look at how many days in the last 3 months. So if I do it on a daily level, what it's going to do is it's going to take a group on a day level, and then it'll give you how many hours in a day, unique hours in a day did people purchase a song. If I change this to week, what it's going to do is, okay, in a week, how many days did the person, let's say, purchase a song. And then if I do it this month, it's still going to give me on a daily level, right? So that's exactly what grouping helps you do. I hope this is clear. This can be slightly confusing, but I hope that that's clear. Okay, the next thing is frequency criteria. So you can choose between cumulative or non-cumulative. So cumulative is, it shows users who perform the event at least a certain number of times in the selected period. So for example, the percentage of users who made a purchase at least 2 days in a week, right? So in our case, let's say when we do this, we are going to look at, okay, so 8% users purchased a song at least 5 days in a month, right, over the last 3 months. And now if we change to non-cumulative, what it's going to show is, it's going to show us users who perform the event exactly a certain number of times in the selected period. So now what this is going to tell me is that, okay, so we have 6% of our users that made a purchase on exactly 4 days in a month. The next thing is measurement. So in measurement, you can actually choose between 2 options. So frequency curve is what we are looking at, which is also known as, it's written as retention rate. And then you can actually just change it to unique users to see how many unique users actually on average lie in each one of them, right? Just to be clear, so if it wasn't clear before, so frequency is also more or less calculated how retention is calculated. So on a monthly level, because we've grouped here on a month level, and that's what it calculates. So how many people do it on 2 days, 3 days, and so on and so forth. Okay, the next thing is chart type. So frequency chart, frequency report again helps you with 3 charts. So frequency curve is what we're looking at. You can look at a line chart wherein you can choose, okay, I want to look at how the percentage of people that purchase a song on 2 days in a month changes over over months. Or you can be like, okay, I want to see the number for 5 days. And you can look at a metric, which is more of an overall summary, which is, okay, over the last 3 months, this is the summary for 5 days a week, so it's around seven users, right? And you can change your retention rate if you want to look at, so it's 0.75%. And again, you can look at whichever day you want to look at here.